I'll train reactor spitting fire. The NFT and LLSR. Diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From your mint coins to tokens. He's got all the intel. Web3 wizardry. He'll show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician. Unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision. Wild stories from the web. He's always in the know. Crypto community, vibing where the treasures blow. Web3 wonders.
Hey, good morning, guys. Man, happy September. We'll do September. October, man, nearly here, just a week away. Good Lord. Can you believe it's October next week? Dude, wild, the year's flying here. Lemon, appreciate that. Special intro just for you. It's good to see you guys. Happy Monday. Yeah, what is it? September 23rd. Again, I can't believe how deep we are into the year, but also into this cycle that I still think, by the way, is just getting started here. I really do. I really do think this cycle's just starting out here. But it is a September. It's historically, September's a really, really rough month for crypto. And in TradFi, stocks are having one of their best Septembers ever. Hopefully a sign of what's coming. Yeah, the autumn equinox. It's autumn officially as of, hang on. I'm doing stuff on the fly. Hang on. First day of fall. Hang on. We change. Okay. Technically, if you're a normie, first day of fall actually started yesterday. If you're enlightened, like we are here now, fall started the first of this month, but deep into the fall now, officially, and no matter who you are, where you are, it's the fall. I think we have a lot of fun ahead of us, guys. Man, let's get into some of the top stories here from the past few days. Have a look at the market. Man, a lot has been going on. To some degree, it really starts just blurring together, man. Token 2049 and Breakpoint last week. Man, looking forward to those traders coming back to the market. We'll review Token 2049. Probably spend a bit more time on Breakpoint and some things that were revealed there. Let's get into it, though, guys. Smash the like. Make sure you're subscribed over on SlamX Official over on YouTube. It's SlamXIO over on X. Man, it feels like I haven't seen you guys in, well, it's a few days, but truthfully, see you guys on the weekend over on Inside NFTs. Just a lot going on, man. It's feeling, I'll say this, as bad as the market looks, and it looks pretty terrible, feels pretty good out there. Really does. And maybe I got a little dose of hopium this morning, seeing our politicians continuing to talk about crypto. Kamala, for the first time, really making some public statements about crypto. Previously, there were just signals. There were more statements by those around Kamala that she would be pro-crypto. And yesterday, again, for the first time, making a more public statement that she will encourage innovative technologies like AI and digital assets while protecting our consumers and investors. I don't love that. I don't, when I see while protecting our consumers and investors, we see what their version of protection looks like. And I don't think we have the same definition on that. I'm still excited to see this being talked about, crypto specifically being talked about. I am worried. We're going to go down a list later today of what protection looks like to them. And again, it doesn't look great. Still, I'm cautious. I'm with you, Awful Eye here. I'm not believing what she says. Yeah. And I don't believe what any of them say, to be honest, Trump as well. But I'm going to stay optimistic here, just because it's the kind of person I am. We'll see what she can deliver. We'll see those policies. Friday was a really, really interesting day for policy decisions, things that affect Bitcoin specifically in a big, big way. SEC approved BNY Mellon. I would bank there just because of their name. as the first bank that they allow self-custody of Bitcoin. It's a big step. It's a big, big step to allow these banks to custody crypto. A step in the right direction at the very least. Also on Friday, the SEC approving options on BlackRock's ETFs. Another great sign, another big step here. And then hang on. I can't go on without my misplaced link here. Actually, fuck it. I can do this one from memory. But Louisiana now accepts crypto payments. I believe it's just Bitcoin right now. But having this happen at the state level, man, just another sign of how this mass adoption's happening right in front of us, guys. We even saw on Friday Donald Trump in New York City, went to a bar, bought some burgers with Bitcoin too. Yes, Marty, yes. BlackRock stuff, bad sign, complete takeover. We knew this was the trade-off. If you want adoption, it means we lose control. It does. They're going to hold a majority of the supply of Bitcoin, of whatever asset it is they want to get their fingers into. It's not good for us. And I think everybody here is probably on the same page about that and have been, like, all along. But it's actually happening here. And while we're hoping it means number goes up, and whatever you've been able to stockpile, it's good for you. It's good for your bags. But is it good for us trying to blaze this new path, new way to do things? Not really. Not really, guys. Taking a look at the crypto markets here, a pretty decently green morning. Bitcoin still over 63K. ETH really starting to rip here, over 2,600, outperforming the other majors. Love to see it. I think the ETH move, hopefully just getting started. There's a major upgrade coming to ETH that we're going to talk about later this week, but some good stuff on the horizon there. Solana down in the past 24 hours, down to 142. It's down 1.2%, so picked up steam throughout Breakpoint, pulling back a little here. Yes, yeah, Marty. It's, no matter what we wanted, right? No matter what we wanted, it's unavoidable. The people with money and power were going to get that Bitcoin. If they sensed that Bitcoin was going to do what we all thought it was going to do, they're not going to let that happen without them being in, without them being the ones that can control it. I like doing that, them, they. But it's true. We lose that control. Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing we can do about it, Marty. It's a bummer. ETFs, great volume on Friday in the Bitcoin ETFs. 92 million in inflows. On the ETH side, we'll take anything positive here, and we did see inflows there as well. 2.9 million in inflows. Again, let's watch and see if the ETH ETFs start making a pretty noticeable change. It's been almost entirely outflows in the ETFs. In fact, in total, you see it right here. Wild, yeah. A net negative here. 607 million in total outflows. In fact, really, guys, it's a hell of a lot more than that. But 607 total. Now, BlackRock, this is actually super interesting. We talked about this last week. Some finger pointing at Coinbase. People accusing them of not holding enough Bitcoin specifically to cover these ETF trades. And Brian Armstrong coming out and saying they do. They absolutely do, and they're audited, but they're not going to dox the wallets that do make these Bitcoin trades that are holding. And they're being very specific, saying they hold 1 crypto assets for these off-chain trades. And make no mistake, they're off-chain. So Brian Armstrong coming out and clarifying last week, standing up for Coinbase, saying they have the Bitcoin. But I don't know if that was enough to give BlackRock peace of mind here. And so late last week, BlackRock amends their Coinbase custody agreement requiring 12-hour withdrawals, right? Instead of 24. And Brian Armstrong actually said it was more than 24. Maybe by a few hours. He wasn't very specific with that time frame, but roughly 24 hours. Now BlackRock is requiring 12-hour withdrawal, which means they need to be able to settle much quicker. That's Coinbase. They need to make those trades happen much quicker. I hope this does bring a lot more transparency to the ETFs. Interesting seeing this reaction. Maybe we come back to this article and we actually dive into it, but interesting seeing maybe a little lack of confidence by BlackRock. Again, we'll dive into that and see if that's truly what that meant. But yeah, we're getting set here for October, man. For October. And what we think is going to happen. A very, very up month for crypto. Historically, that is what happens. And we're all hopeful it's exactly what happens now because the historically great October is lined up with a a specific time frame after the Bitcoin halving that usually is very, very good for the market. Usually it's when Bitcoin starts its real move up. Usually it's when Bitcoin finds its new all-time high. So you have these couple factors all converging, and it's all coming here in the next couple of weeks. Now, like, our guy Awful Eye had some interesting takes this weekend. Good takes, by the way. But just being a little realistic, like, what if it doesn't materialize? And you have to consider that maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. But until we see evidence that it's not happening, we go with the trends. We use those historical time frames. It's all you can do. And so if we look at that, it looks like we're in for a great, great rest of this year here. Catalyst this week, not many. We have the CB, consumer confidence numbers, coming tomorrow. Projected to be lower than last month. This is stuff I don't normally look at and just starting to here in the past couple months. So consumer confidence, how people are feeling about the market, how spendy they're wanting to get. Again, forecast to be down. We'll see. Does that actually affect the market? I think not much, but again, I haven't really paid attention to these things in the past. I haven't. Awful, you have great takes. I've never heard. I don't think I've heard you with a bad take, to be honest. Good, reasonable stuff, man. All right, let's look at NFT volume here. Let me refresh real quick. Not a great weekend for sales, I'll tell you that. Little spoiler here, but yes, just 7.9 million in cross-chain sales yesterday. Of course, we expect the weekends to be lower, and it absolutely was. 7.9 million. Man, I kind of want to dig back. I'm not going to go because that'll take a few minutes, but one of our lowest days of NFT sales volume all year long. That could be the lowest, actually. I might peek after. Oh, hang on. I'm actually a day off here. Am I? Hang on. No, you know what? I'm not. This is actually really interesting, and I do want to dive into this in a minute once we get through the report. 7.9 million in sales yesterday. Already today, we're at 7 mil, and we're halfway through the data period here. Either means we have a lot of sales happening that aren't legit, that maybe should be categorized as wash, or we're on pace for a monster day here. Like maybe 2 times the sales we saw yesterday. Could be. It's not like 14 mil would be crazy at all. But 7 mil today when we had just over 7 mil for the entire day yesterday. Interesting. We'll peek at that. Anyway, yesterday, unique sellers down, unique buyers down, transactions down, and trade profits still in the negative. Not as bad as Saturday. Saturday, over 1 million in the negative. Yesterday, 500K in the negative. And today, 111,000 in the negative to start. Let me flip to the weekly numbers too, just so you can get a little more perspective here. Terrible week for sales, guys. Terrible. 69 million in cross-chain sales. That is our lowest of the year by a long shot. Lowest of the year here. Sellers down last week, buyers down, everything down. Just a really down week. Again, this is what happens on weeks with conferences, and this is the slowest time of the year for NFT sales. Truthfully, I think last year, October, was actually slower. I don't know if we'll match that this year. I think people are getting bullish on what's coming, so there is more collecting happening now. And profits actually heading in the right direction. Still negative, 3.9 million in the negative, but that is our best day, our best week of profits here in a few months here. So we'll take that as our silver lining. Yeah, again, I'm really curious about those sales. Well, actually, we'll see it right here. Top collections move in this market here. Again, interesting. I need to... Something's not adding up to me. I'll need to double check. But here's your 24-hour volume in the top collections. Node Monks, they're at the top, followed by Mini Monkey. I'm not sure this is legit, so we'll definitely check that. Guild of Guardian Heroes, Bitcoin Puppets, Dogezuki, OMB, Sorare, Mad Lads, SMB, Primary Energy Pool. That probably is legit. This is probably a sale, like a primary sale, right? Not secondary sales, but primary sale. I'm not sure about Mini Monkey, so I'm going to bump Azuki up into the top 10. Okay, I'm just eyeballing this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, I could probably see 7 million in sales between all of this. I could probably make that work. Yeah, something just feels off here. Something feels off seeing 7 mil. This right here, you're looking at 10.8 million. This is rolling 24 hours, which... as opposed to this page, which is like these defined periods. I'll keep my eyes on that today. 7 mil just seems a little high considering where we've been here lately. Top sales in the past 24 hours. I'm not sure what this is, guys. I don't know if any of you know what that awful eye. Big old known origin sale, 45 ETH. I assume that's one of the X copies, and we'll peek at that in a moment here. So awful eye, that goes by, I think it's UTC. So basically, okay, I think it's right around 8 p.m. Eastern time is when the cutoff period is for the data periods. So like 8 p.m. right up to 8 p.m. the next day. It's right there. That's if I'm off by an hour or so. But yeah, UTC. But again, on the home page, this is always rolling. So that's a place I like to check just to ahead of time, get a feel for where volume is at. And again, today looking like we're certainly heading in the right direction. This will increase. This is just prediction. Kind of obvious, but again, as people get home from conferences, they get back in the swing of things. A lot of people getting back to work, and then they start slowly putting their attention back on the markets here. And normally we see sales volume increase usually a week after the conferences. I should say 2 weeks after. Again, it's just stuff I notice. I don't know that really means much. I don't know if that's really how it plays out, but I just seem to notice even the week after a conference usually still ramps back up, and then a couple weeks after is when it starts really cooking. And that does put us back in the sweet spot for October. Last week, though, guys, big sales. Big sales. Sales that gotta make us that really make us stop and think just how back we might be. Again, we did talk about these yesterday, but I want to hit them on Chain Reactor here. A big $500,000 sale of a lost Robbie. Collection name is AI generated nude portrait. Number 7. I have seen this one exchange hands a few times. 7 sticks out. My birthday's on the 7th, so I always look at the number 7. It just sticks out. This piece I've definitely seen transact a few times over the years. But you talk about a grail. We throw that word around way too casually, but this is a grail. This is one of the very few grails we have in the space. And by few, we have hundreds of like true grails, but this is one of them. Incredible piece. If there's time, if it makes sense, if we need to help educate people on what this is, we can. But again, truly a historic piece. One of the very first, if not the first, on-chain AI art collections. And it's part of what brings its value. Also, how it was distributed at a live Christie's event with Super Rare. This was back in, I think, 2018. These were given out for free. And they're called the Lost Robbies because most people lost them. These weren't worth anything at the time, so most people got them on a little, like a flash drive, right? With some instructions how to get to the wallet and hold their piece. Most people threw it away. They left their bags at the event. They lost them. They're called the Lost Robbies because most of these are truly lost. So what's out there they're historic for the piece of time from that era, from that period, but also, again, first on-chain generative art. AI art. Won't surprise me if we do something else that comes out, maybe with an earlier timestamp, but I doubt it. Also, I doubt it. Big old sale. Again, $500,000. You don't see that happening. You don't see that happening much in the bear market. Certainly big pieces change hands in the bear, but just the rate at which it's happening now is something else. A lot more X copies. In fact, is that our 45? Yeah, there we go. That's our top sale in the past 24 hours. It's another Echoes of a Dead Earth. Yes, by X copy. A piece from 2018. Selling for 45 ETH. This is actually last night. Incredible stuff. Just 2 days ago, we saw another of these sell for 36 ETH. And 2 days ago as well, the Doomed selling for 55 ETH. It's X copy season. It's grail hunting. It's people collecting ahead of what they think's coming. And what they think is coming, guys, I like this chart, actually, for this. This period right here that we're in still reminds me an awful lot of this. This is what I think's coming. This is what I think was the beginning of the year, 2024. I feel like we had this period, and I think this is what's coming. I may be wrong. I might be wrong, guys. Nobody knows. Like, trust me, nobody knows. Anybody telling you they know what's coming, they don't know. Nate Jersey, he tweets this all the time now, even in TradFi. Nobody knows. These predictions we get out here from major, like, analyst institutions, they don't have a clue. They're wrong all the time. Their predictions, time frames, they're wrong. So This is just my guess. It's a good educated guess. I think what we saw at the beginning of the year was a little something like this, and that what's coming next year is a little something like this. It's just a gut feeling. Does it materialize? Man, I hope so. And then, by the way, it only happens if we get new users in here. And so I also said this on the weekend. I won't be shocked if it's actually not this cycle here, if it's next cycle, meaning like 3-4 years out. I won't be shocked because it does require more people coming in. A lot of them, by the way, tons. But I tell you what, key to that just might be those ERC 404s. Just might be. All right, this is how we really get in the zone here. Big sales. Low volume. But I tell you what, the heat's just turning up. Man, so much so, seed phrase is adjusting. Man, this man's out of his mind. Seed phrase, the owner of the rarest CryptoPunk in the entire CryptoPunk collection. Rare because it is the only CryptoPunk with 7 traits. Right, you have a few CryptoPunks that have 1 trait. You got the alien punks, which are the rarest, truly the rarest trait. But there's some rarity that's not measured in specific traits; is measured in the number you have. There's no other punk there's no other punk with the 7 traits. Pretty cool. It's his identity. He's built a whole brand off of that, which is pretty cool. That said, adjusting his ask price, it sounds like for his punk before 200 mil. Which is crazy. First off, he wouldn't sell this thing. Well, maybe 200 mil he would. But adjusting that in the bull market coming up, which he's also predicting is next year, I'm with him there. Adjusting that target for $1 billion. I'll tell you what, the rarest CryptoPunk combined with a brand, I could see it. Maybe it's crazy. This is the same headspace you got to get in to see like $13 million Bitcoin. Same headspace. Bitcoin at 13 million, I could see a CryptoPunk valued somewhere around maybe closer to 200 mil, maybe. But I can get my head in crazy land and I could see a bill. That's not 2025 numbers, by the way, though. It's not. But you get a major celeb or brand who wants the biggest flex for an identity. There's nothing bigger than this. There's not. And that said, seed phrase is like the Michael Saylor of NFTs. Right? Like really, really bull posted about the value of this stuff. Does it happen? I don't know. But give people a really high target. Get them excited. You gotta keep people bullish. All right, big story yesterday, guys. And actually, for how big the story is, didn't see a lot of talk about it. But Thread Guy and Mika down at Mar-a-Lago, Trump's latest gala dinner. Remember, Thread Guy bought $25,000 worth of the newest Trump collection to get that dinner ticket. It felt like his goal was obviously get some engagement, right? But he wanted to try to lock in a Trump interview. I don't know, man. He kind of did get it, by the way. He kind of did. We'll have to peek at Polymarket, but there's a dude, great looking couple, right? I was hoping he'd hit him with some great questions, but this was, I guess, what counts as the interview. Oh, hang on, we're muted. Hang on, guys.
One of the top holders. I love him.
There it is. I think... Okay, that was their only interaction backstage, right? I think that $25,000 ticket pass he got him in a little exclusive little cocktail party with Trump. By the way, this is badass. I don't know what that is, but that's badass. I would wear one of those. I would absolutely wear one of those. That's fucking cool. By the way, hair's looking fire. Trump could rock that too, actually. Anyway, there was their interaction. Polymarket had a bet. Would Thread Guy interview Trump before the November election? They resolved this to yes, based on just that. Does that count? Is that an interview? Man, I think NFT stats, I still call them that, by the way. I'll never call them stats. And I'll tell you what, man, I'm never going to forget the people who pulled NFT out of their name. Right? Like NFTs are a bad look from. I'm half kidding. I get it. You gotta grow your audience. Dude, if you have NFT in your name, people aren't going to take you as serious. It's true. It's just a matter of fact. You have NFT in your show title, my other channel called Inside NFTs. I was asked this weekend if I regret naming it that. I don't, but also it's a factor. It's a factor. NFTs are a turnoff, not just the normies, but people in crypto. Like crypto people, a lot of them, I'd say most of them hate NFTs. So if you're building a brand, a lot of these guys like Stats, like Legendary, have pulled NFT from their title, from their name. Man, it wouldn't be me. No, I might one day. I might. Okay, I'm trying to find the Thread Guy bet. I'll find it on X at some point. But anyway, they resolved it. They resolved the bet. Will Thread Guy interview Trump based on just that? To yes. It's yes. They count that as an interview. I wouldn't count it, man. In fact, that feels kind of like inside. Man, could that be insider trading? Could they have spoke ahead of time and, he got clarification? Would something like that count? Imagine that, because then the man could just bet. Oh, man, it's such an easy bet. Yeah, I don't know. Regardless, it was set to 100%. That counts as the interview. Now, he did get another question in there, by the way. Dude, I just realized I didn't fire up Spaces again. I got to get back in the habit of Spaces. I know people aren't hopping up there to chat, but I just want to get in the habit of having it there. Dude, okay, for the life of me, I can't find it. So in the at the dinner, Thread Guy did get another question in there. I'll see if I can find it, maybe more towards the end. But he did get another question in there with the group. Nothing hard-hitting, but it happened. There we go. Doodles. Let me blitz through the rest of the stories. We'll get back into the Breakpoint stuff. By the way, guys, smash the like. Make sure you hit that wherever you're watching. If you're watching on X, if you're watching on YouTube, it helps. It helps a lot. Doodles. The Rubik's Cube packs sale ended on Wednesday last week, I believe it was. Pack ripping started Friday. Guys, within 90 minutes, the Diamond Rubik's Cube was found, which is such a bummer, man. I mean, what can you do? I mean, that's fine. But I had a few packs I was excited to, get to on the weekend, crack them open, maybe do some on the show. A little less exciting when the Grail is already gone. So that's it. Gone. This guy here, what's his name? Batman. Why didn't he fucking tag this guy? Unless he tagged him in the picture. I don't know why I didn't. Oh, okay. Maybe didn't find an X account. Okay, but Batman 513 landed that Grail. Man, I wanted that. Good morning, Cosmos. Good to see you, brother. Man, I wanted that bad. Now, there's still other physicals. I think there's 2 other physicals, like a pastel Rubik's Cube. Maybe I'll crack my other pack here. I don't remember the other, but a couple more physicals. Just no diamond version. That thing's amazing. Worth tens of thousands. So pretty awesome stuff. All right, in the fungible token world, a lot went happen this weekend. Guys, if you were watching on the weekend and you got into that dog token, I hope you did okay in that. They're totally rugged at this point like we thought, but a lot of opportunities to do a little damage there. I hope you did. I came out ahead there. I'm really happy about it. I think I was up 2x? Yeah, somewhere in the ballpark of 2x. Same with Trip. Same with that Trip token. Actually was like I think a 4x on that one. That one not fully rugged yet, by the way, too. We could maybe peek at that, but I hope you see the opportunities in there, even on rug tokens, even on total scams. A lot of opportunities to swing trade those things. There really are. There really are. So pay attention to fungible tokens. We'll be talking about those a lot more here, but also, again, other channels. We're going to spend time on fungibles. Anyway, Army, formerly known as PAC, they're done. Taking a page out of the decentralized book here a bit, and I do think it's different, guys. Right, this was launched by a team that had promoted it, rewarded people with it, as opposed to, again, if I mentioned the Cyberkongs dropped their decentralized token, and when they dropped it, they said, that's it. We're dropping a token. It's our timestamp. We were here. Part of this, cool moment at the halving and the introduction of runes. That was it. They ended up, after the fact, adding on the PFPs and building out the little payment system for it. And as you guys know how that unfolded, they walked that back at the end, turned it over to the community. Well, Army, again, formerly PAC, doing the same thing here. Again, it feels different because there was a team dedicated to one thing and one thing only, the token. Now the team bowing out, turning the token over entirely to the community. So Army's now a community token. These guys are out burning their supply they're holding. The end. It's over. Good morning, Mike. Lemon, that's a great point, man. Yeah. Somebody winning that card, or excuse me, that Rubik's Cube early. It is what it is. It means packs were ripped. There's no fuckery involved there. Just, man, it happens how it's going to happen organically. It is cool. Yeah, I'm going to crack that last pack. We'll see what we get there. Token 2049. We're going to circle back to this. I'll just get to the end, but we'll look at what happened there. You know what? The big takeaways were really Breakpoint. 49 was great. 2049, great. Much more technical of a conference. Breakpoint had the splashier stories. And I did see, I think it was Saigar who put out a tweet comparing ETH and Solana. Solana very focused on the people building on the chain, the products, as opposed to ETH that focuses on the tech. So to me, 2049 was focused on the tech. And Breakpoint, much more focused on the individual builders, projects. And it's a good look. It's a good look to platform the people building the biggest, best stuff on your platform. I don't know, though. Seems that's getting most of the attention here.
You get the money, then you get the power, respect. Hoes come last. Oh my God, Ronnie. Hey, get it. Hey, get it.
I don't think I can. I don't think I can show this. Good Lord, what am I doing? No. It is a Christian channel. No. Stop it. No. Stop. We can't stop there. Wow. Dude, fucking wild. You probably saw on X a lot of backlash they got from this. Man, you've got like crypto purists who are just crying about this. What, like it's a bad look for the space? Come on. Everything else going on in the space, the 98% of everything else is a bad look for the space. The scams and the rugs and the fucking bouncing from project, that's a bad look for the space. People having fun is not a bad look for the space. Thinking that everything's transitioning to crypto, and this is part of it, it's not a bad look for the space. People celebrating how fun this shit can be, it's not a bad look. And Iggy Azalea actually building the meme we call a community. Well, she's building one, but she's building products too. It's not a bad look. It's awesome. So GG's to Iggy. Seriously, a huge net positive for the space. If this ain't your cup of tea, it's not mine. I wouldn't be there. Dude, I've never been to a strip club. Never in my life. And at this point, I just want to keep that streak going. I'm fucking 43. I've never been. Would that count? That's a strip club. Anyway, it's not a bad look for the space, man. It's good. Good shit. Good job, Iggy. Launching a casino next month. November. Launching a casino, an online casino in November. She's got her phone company that accepts the Mother token. She's killing it, dude. At this point, I bought Mother almost when it came out. Dude, I'm almost even now. Iggy's killing it. GG's to her. But again, there was real meaty stories, really great product announcements at Breakpoint. It's interesting. We used to look at these conferences as places to unveil new NFT milestones, the next phase of an NFT project, right? That used to be what we looked forward to these events for. We've grown. We're past that. We actually go to these conferences now to hear actual innovations. Hardware being released. New functionality in your platforms. BitBoy fighting Ansem. That's going to be cool as shit. With Ron Jeremy right in the middle. That's what happens at these conferences now. Really grown a lot. I think Solana is killing it, and I think we should be proud of what they're building over there. They are building. All right, guys, today we have the Taproot Witches reveal. We don't know what time. That has been an absolute disaster. It's been a disaster, man. I mean, let's peek at prices, because it's not been great. Dude, a 0.0049 floor. Everybody's, we had predictions for these to be up to 0.02, 0.03. I even uttered those words. I think I settled around 0.013, 0.014, and they got up to 0.011 just about. Not for long. Almost a nosedive since then. It's because they fumbled the whitelists. It's because people who bought their rune to get the whitelist didn't get on the whitelist, which that's what they're in the middle of right now, is fixing that. They really did fuck some people over. They are trying to make it right. But the team was almost non-existent this weekend, too. Nobody knew where they were. They had no verify in their Discord to actually get a role, a holder role. It wasn't a good look. Team was just gone. And you see that reflected in the price. While the rest of the Ordinals ecosystem almost universally up, which is getting battered. And expect that to continue today. Again, reveal. We know what happens to prices it reveals. It's not good. So witches, I think, hang around their mint price, to be honest, after reveal. A little higher, maybe, but it just goes to show everybody in that was in it for the flip. There's not a lot going on, unless they drop some cool announcements, and maybe they will. I hope they do. But do we call that a bust? It kind of was. It did not live up to that potential. Anyway, if you're holding the witch, are you selling? Are you already out? You holding for reveal? So yeah, we'll see what time reveal is. I hope they announce some cool stuff in there. I do. No expectations at this point. And then the Beggy Mint's coming up today. I believe this is on Fractal. Some of you guys got a whitelist. I don't remember if I DM'd you. I apologize if I didn't. We had some whitelists here, courtesy of Vrew. If you submitted for the whitelist, I think everybody who submitted ended up getting a spot. So if you did submit, keep up on this Beggy tweet, Beggy1C. Just be on the lookout for the mint coming. It's coming. What is it? Is that coming in just a couple hours here? That might be. Check out the tweet. If you entered that whitelist giveaway, good chance you made it. Good chance you made it. All right, there's our updates. Let's get a little chatty. Actually, let me peek at some comments this morning. It's quiet out there, isn't it? Again, it's post-conference, whatever. It's exactly what I'd expect for right now. My goodness, look at the Bitcoin Shrooms floor. Wow. Ordinals looking great, by the way, across the board. In fact, let me point this out. Over in NFTs, Bitcoin is right on the cusp of flipping Ethereum, which you might say is not a big deal because that's happened many, many times before, especially earlier this year. But guys, we haven't seen Ethereum out of the number one spot here in months. And we were just 100,000 away. There we go. Right now, Bitcoin has flipped Ethereum again. This is the first time in months Bitcoin's been on top. It feels like something's happening there. Finally, Bitcoin out of the gutters. It's been a rough stretch for Bitcoin. Really has been. You guys know that. Most of you guys are Ordinals collectors. It's been a really rough few months for Ordinals. Volume's been incredibly low. Remember, Puppets got as low as 0.07? Did they get to 0.05? I think they did. 0.05, 0.06. And NodeMonks got to 0.1. So both of these bounced hard off those bottoms. And this has been, I should say it's been a slow grind back up, but NodeMonks back to 0.18. Puppets 0.11. Looking really good here. Looking really, really good. OMB even, too. Look at that. So looking great across Bitcoin. ETH, I have not been paying. Man, are you guys as unplugged as me or that kind of detached, not caring? I haven't looked. I kind of don't care. I'm not looking into getting any of the big projects. I'm looking forward to new mints. That's what I care about. Brand new mints cooking. So I've been really unplugged. Now, okay, new mint season comes. We start flipping stuff. I'm going to get into some of these things. In fact, if we win, certainly hope so, right? But I'm looking to buy some of these next bear market. I'm not going to buy these in this cycle. No. Hope we're conditioned well enough now to know you buy it in the bear market, and these will come back down. But yeah, clearly Bitcoin and ETH moving in opposite directions. Kind of cool to see. I love that Bitcoin ecosystem. Let me extend this. I want to see what else is happening over there, but price is looking great. Yeah, Gravity, I don't think I'm done Trip. I don't think I am. Let's check that out. Trip got up to, I think, a $400,000 market cap yesterday. By the way, highly, highly, highly manipulated here. Yeah, down to 185. I'm probably going to play in Trip. Yeah, I played it. Okay, Gravity, I think we got in here. 60,000 or so market cap. Shot up to like 350K, almost 400. I sold here. I think that I did not get back into it. Wow, this is nuts. This is high level fuckery, guys. None of this is real. None of this is real. But if you got guys who are manipulating this, look for some opportunities. Be on the lookout for them to completely rug this too. That's going to happen at some point. Straight shot down doesn't come back. But good morning, Musty. Musty, our trip token yesterday from that meme guy. Nice of him to drop some alpha, but dude, it cooked. You were looking at a let me think here. Yeah, I mean an easy 5x yesterday. Easy, but taking some balls, right? So if you dusted this with us, I hope you won. And if you did that yesterday, you're up a 3x even right now. So, I don't know. Looks pretty cool. Man, what's the market cap up here? 500? Probably 500 or so. I may get back in here right around this level, too. I might get in here and maybe, and again, very little, 0.1 SOL, and maybe get a 2x out of that again. I like these tokens. I'm going to spend a lot of time. I mean this. This is probably my main focus right now is trading this kind of stuff. Super dangerous, but get in. Here's what I'm doing. I'm only playing with wins, right? I'm not buying any SOL to do this. I'm only playing with what I've made, and I've put some aside. And I'm going to look through tokens, especially newer ones that don't feel like they've pumped yet, and do your research, find their X accounts, look at their activity, try to track down some holders, right? All the very typical things you would do to vet things. But man, there's some really, really great opportunities in these things just to play these pumps. And I'm not looking for stuff that's already in the millions market caps, right? I'm looking for stuff that's in the 100,000, a few 100,000. Right? If they're active, I'm hoping they're going to manipulate this stuff and pumpy it. Right? Maybe something like this. I wouldn't touch it here, but if this dumps, I might. This is the perfect example. This is a perfect example of one I might play with. And I, again, throw the tiniest little bit. The tiniest, like 0.1 SOL. Because look, you do that, you throw 0.1 SOL in, and you get lucky. It is luck, right? But you get that you play off these people fucking around. Just double it. It sounds easy, right? I mean, that 0.1 may evaporate on the spot. But I'm telling you, if you go and you just look around, enough of these have this similar lifespan, like 24 hours where this happens. Right? And until you see that that's over, and that's how it's been going for months and months and months, until we see that that's over and people don't do that anymore, why not do it? Why not try it out? Use the tiniest amount of SOL just to get experience. If nothing else, it's you paying to learn the ecosystem, paying to learn these tools, and paying to learn how to chart and research. Just use it for that. Budget yourself like 1 SOL to just go play and learn, and just consider it gone. Yes. So Musty's saying him and Confusion spoke about this. Playing 1 SOL is a waste of time. Yep. That's it. Right? You're not gonna retire. You're not gonna make bags. You're not. You might make a couple $100, and is that worth it? Honestly, for some people, yeah. For me, it would be. If I spent an entire day doing that to make $100, to me, kind of worth it. Mostly for your next comment here, it's to learn. If you take 1 SOL and you throw 0.05, 0.1, whatever it is, but you can, again, consider that one gone. You're just doing it to learn, nothing else. There's a lot of value in that. Again, you don't want to be learning this when meme coin season comes back again, when what happened in the spring comes back. You don't want to be learning right then, not knowing what platforms to be looking at and who to be following and what kind of action is normal. You know what I mean? And again, every token's going to be different, but you don't want to be learning then. Oh my goodness, yes. It is stressful. It is, I think, except if you go in with that mindset of, I don't care, right? If you put big money in, you care to such a degree that it is crazy stressful. And if you put it in just to feel it, that's where it's different, yeah. Yeah, you ain't wrong there, man. Yeah. Expect your life to be shortened by all this. But yeah, I still recommend that you go and play and learn. It's just like NFTs. If you go and learn when everybody else who knows and has experience is FOMOing into a thing. Imagine when you have you've all had this happen, right? Somebody tips you off on a big old mint that they're sharing with you and not many other people, but you know for sure, you know for freaking sure, it's a winner, like a big winner. First off, you've already learned the lesson that you always keep yourself liquid for those kind of plays because they happen. Usually like once or twice a year, you get something dropped in your lap that's a guaranteed winner. And you keep yourself ready for those. But if you get that opportunity and it's a short window of time and you don't even know where you're going and your buddies can't help you because they're all getting in too and they got to focus on getting theirs in time, you don't want to be learning right then. You want to already know what to do, where to go, how to set your slippage, right? Like what platform you're buying on. All of that. Learn it now. Learn it now while the stakes are low, not when the stakes are incredibly high and when you can do some real damage. Look at this. This stuff all day long. All day long. And look, again, this is like meme coin 101 beginner noob shit, but you see these happen throughout the life of the token. Obviously, it dumps next. And at some point, it has a final dump. It doesn't come back. But look, if you want to throw 0.1 when this dumps, comes straight back down, and it will do exactly that. And you throw it in there, 0.05, and see if you get lucky and if it runs up again. And I think it will. Not knowing anything about this. I've not researched anything about it. I'm just saying that's what I did all day yesterday. I did that. And I did pretty decent yesterday. Like made a couple $100 off of that. And I was at my computer a lot yesterday doing just this, but I'm learning. You're not getting advice right now from like some experienced trader. I don't do this stuff, but I'm not missing the next time, dude. I'm not. I see too many people right now, who did this last cycle, who are literally making life-changing money right now. And they're going to kill it even more when this really starts cooking. They are. I'm not missing that, man. I'm not going to sit and wait for the NFT cycle. When I see what people are making, I'm telling you, man, not dropping names or dollar amounts, but I'm seeing people make stupid money that are very, very close. And I'm not going to be on the sidelines for this. All right, we'll peek at this in another minute here and see what happens. But again, maybe we get another God candle in here, but fully expecting a dump. And if I were playing like I was yesterday, when we get that straight shot down, I'm chucking in a little something. And we see what happens next. In fact, fuck it. Maybe I do this live. I can't help it, guys. Fully addicted now. Yeah, Musty, exactly. That was my mistake in the spring. I'm like, I didn't want to learn. I thought it would be too complicated. And I'm like, I'll just wait for NFTs. Like, NFTs are easier. Truth is, I think this is even easier than NFTs to some degree. So I got lazy and just said, I'll wait for NFTs. And the NFTs run didn't happen. Just didn't happen. Nothing happened. I'm not making that mistake this time. I'm in now. I'm learning. I'm not losing this cycle. And at the very least, again, you go in expecting to learn. I'll do that. At the very least, I'm going to learn this cycle. Yeah, no downside in that. Okay, I'm going to put this... Man, I want to keep my eyes on it, kind of, but I kind of want to get into Breakpoint. All right, let's do that. I'm going to push this off to the side. And I'll keep popping that back on the screen. Yep. No, Musty, you're right. You're right, man. You got good insights here. Okay, Breakpoint. Good stuff came out of Breakpoint, man. I like a lot of what I heard over there. Solana's a special ecosystem, man. Similar thought when we're talking about meme coins. If you're not playing on the Solana... Here we go. Okay, hang on. Here we go. Right? Exactly. It's exactly how these things work. It's just how they work. And maybe we even see that dump a little further. Look at the timing it takes to do that. That's why I'm using that Solana, the Trojan bot, because you can actually get your transactions in that fast. That was pretty quick, but if that dumped further, I might have chucked that 0.05 back in. But watch that. Watch that dump a little further. Those kind of swings, man. If you can be quick enough and if you are okay with losing, you just might learn a thing or two, and you might make a little money along the way. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Anyway, we'll peek at that again in a second. Again, I'm not telling you anything that's not just so fucking obvious that you're not going to see with your own eyes here, but I like to learn in public. I don't mind. Maybe that's embarrassing for people to talk like show you right to your face how little they know about fungibles. I don't care. I just want to learn. Got good with NFTs. I'm going to get good with fungibles. 100%. All right, Breakpoint. Biggest stories out of Breakpoint here. There were some good ones. I'm telling you, there were some really, really good things. Bitcoin coming to Solana. This is actually huge. This is actually huge. Good shit, Lemon. Bitcoin coming to Solana via wrapped Bitcoin from Coinbase. Awesome stuff, man. You know what that does? That brings Bitcoin liquidity over to Solana. You think those Bitcoiners don't want to spend their Bitcoin? I don't know, man. I think that's a little dangerous thought. It's not wrong. It's not entirely wrong, but man, how rich can you be? There's a point where you get so wealthy that you just got nothing else to do with your Bitcoin other than spend it. It's still why I think some Ordinals are going to get so high, so high. And maybe not this cycle, but at some point, Ordinals just melt faces. At some point, those OG Bitcoiners, so wealthy, what are you going to do other than buy some collectibles? You spend in a few Bitcoin on an Ordinal, and you know my thoughts. You know I think that's going to happen. Spending a few Bitcoin on a Grail Ordinal collection, maybe like a cat, like a quantum cat, doesn't change your lifestyle. You buy that, and you've got millions still to spare. Millions. Bring some of that liquidity to Solana, and that's what Coinbase is doing with CBBTC. It's great. It's great for the Solana ecosystem. Get more of that older money in there. Cheddar dumping again. Again, there's going to be, if that dumps further, there's probably a cool opportunity right there. I'm looking at it. I might do the thing. Okay, maybe don't put 0.01 in. It's pretty much fucking pointless. But that's like, yeah, I don't know why I just did that. 0.01. So stupid. So stupid. Again, just to learn, just to get exposure there. Oh, cool. Hustlepedia. All right, I got to peek at that. I'd rather put 0.01, by the way. I'm down 17%. I'd rather lose pretty much nothing and just get to watch the chart. I have a feeling that'll actually be up, though, in 10, 15 minutes. We'll come back to that. Bitcoin coming to Solana. Great to see it. Tensor going open source, very much like Magic Eden did. They're going to follow the Magic Eden blueprint, I think, to a T. It's good to see. Man, do you guys use Tensor? I'm like, Magic Eden, that's kind of it now. Now, after the royalty decision that happened last week, I wonder if that's going to change. I wonder if people are kind of done with Magic Eden. That's a stupid thing to say. No, people aren't done with Magic Eden, but I wonder if they've lost some people. I wonder, actually, I think OpenSea's got a really good chance to get back some market share. They do. They'll fumble it, by the way. Absolutely, they'll fumble it. No chance they don't. But they have an opportunity right now. They do. Magic Eden launching a swap product. This is awesome. Buy any Solana NFT with any token. Even runes.
Different types of tokens and different currencies. And one of the things that we're really proud of top right here is the ability to effectively use different pay anything, buy anything. The ability to use different types of tokens and different currencies across chains to buy some native assets. So imagine you'll be using Bitcoin, using runes to buy some of the real OG prestigious assets within the Solana ecosystem.
Yep. Dude, that's incredible. They've talked about, we had We had Magic Eden on our Little Noun Show spaces 6 months ago, and they talked about this. I'd asked them, is that the goal? And back then they're like, well, you can't say, but probably, yes. All right, we're back to even on that 0.01 buy. Back to even. Telling you, just watch that chart. It's, man, it's fun. Solana Seeker, another new mobile phone. Is this the one that we saw got 70 million in pre-orders? I don't know if there's two different phones coming out or what. Cool ad. I heard people shitting on the phone. Tech not good. People that have the previous Solana phones, not great. I don't know. I never got my hands on one. Breakpoint next year in Abu Dhabi. I dig it. All right, we got more news from Breakpoint. Again, there was a lot of cool news announced there. We got Solana open source. Play Solana, a little handheld gaming system here. The PS Gen 1. It's kind of reminds me of the BitBoy over on Bitcoin, right? Some on-chain games where you actually earn, I don't know if it's runes or BRC20s, you actually earn right here. By the way, BRC20 2.0 is coming, I think, in the next few weeks. Like programmable BRC20s, which I think get us to the point where we can swap them. So good to know that. There's the Solana Seeker, Ansem versus BitBoy. This was one of the, I like this stuff. I like the fights. I'll take this over just fucking beefing on X. Like, punch each other in the face. I'm here for that. BitBoy versus Ansem. Do they dance in this video? Oh, it's not the dancing video, huh? No, maybe not. Ledger, whatever. Some custom ledgers. Jupiter. What is it? A launch pad for meme coins? Okay. I don't use Jupiter, so. Dude, there was a lot more. Gravity, good question, man. Musty, there's a big old opportunity for that. There is. No matter what, as bullish as people are on Magic Eden right now, you know how quickly things change in the space. A year from now, there may be a totally new marketplace that is the marketplace. Any of those big old brands that are kind of coming to Web3, don't be shocked if some of them come in and just stomp the rest out. It totally could happen. Don't be shocked if we actually see on Abstract Chain actually, Abstract Chain, if they integrate ETH and Bitcoin and Solana NFTs over there, like trading over there. I don't know how exactly, but there's going to be another market. Like, make no mistake, there will be another major in the next year. We talk about Blur, OpenSea, Magic Eden, Tensor, and that Sniper marketplace. There's going to be another name in there. Like, we don't even talk looks rare anymore, but there's going to be another marketplace that comes in and competes with them. There is. There's definitely going to be. This all happens so fast. Somebody could come in and do it a different way. And like, when you try to, if you were to ask how different, like, what could they really do? I mean, the way things really work is they innovate in a way, they innovate something, a feature or a product that we hadn't even thought of yet. It's just not a thing that's in our mind, but the space encourages that kind of innovation. So I'm not going to be shocked to see a new marketplace that comes out and does something the other guys aren't doing. And what that is, I don't know. I don't know exactly. I'd love to see a marketplace that lets you trade asset for asset, which maybe the Magic Eden swap lets you, but buy your Quantum Cat for 2 of my Node Monks. But it's treated just like a typical swap, like buying and swapping fungible tokens. Something like that. They have that in different forms, but I'd like to see that get a little more normalized. I'd just like to see a deeper trading kind of platform. I don't know, maybe a lot of people wouldn't use that, and that's probably the case here, but dude, I am really curious about the BitBoy. Yeah, like, when does it ship and all that? Oh, and by the way, if you entered the whitelist for Inscriptpedia, you won. There were only a few entries, so anybody who entered that won. So keep up on Inscriptpedia and when their mint is coming. I don't know if it's guaranteed or first come first serve. I think first come first serve, but if you entered, yeah. I'm with you, Musty. There's something there. I like them as far as good people, good builders, great builders. I can't shit posty kind of stuff. Just, I mean, it works. It works for engagement, but it never feels right to me. And I do struggle with the site. I like OpenSea a lot. I've always liked OpenSea. Yeah, I've just always liked OpenSea, and it's the user interface there. How we looking? We're still even right now. Man, I thought I bought somewhere around here. But I don't think that's where it actually settled. Oh, I'm actually up now. See? That 0.01. That 0.01. Gonna retire off that. Yeah, I'm up like 5%. Again, like, look, it's stupid. The more money you throw at this, too, the more dangerous it gets, right? Given that these are highly, highly manipulated. You throw in a few $1,000, you start talking bigger numbers than that, man, they're not going to... The more you throw in, the more likely they are to rug this thing. We're up almost 10% right now. And I'm telling you, I did this all yesterday. Not stressful because it was nothing. Just threw nothing at it. Again, made a couple $100. Just with this, looking all day long for tokens that were low market cap. Seem to have good activity out there, decent volume, low holder count. Like, again, it goes a lot deeper than that if you're going to do this seriously. But man, oh man, you got some opportunities all freaking over the Solana fungible token ecosystem. You really do. Get your asses in there and just learn. You can find my referral link over on my personal channel for the Trojan bot. That's what I use. I love it. I absolutely I love it. I wouldn't be trading like this if I were on a marketplace. I just wouldn't. I wish I could tell you why, but it's just this is so much easier. It's so much easier. All right, I locked in a 13% gain there. Okay, what I'm curious with fees and all that, do I actually finish lower when I trade 0.01? I actually am not sure. Let me see if I can figure that out. Let me just because it helps to know what actually happened here. Okay. I don't know. All right, I'm not going to math here. Okay, the way Trojan works, I can't see my buy, I don't think. I don't think. Either way. 12, almost 13% there. It's just, man, I'm telling you, it's just fun. And if you do this all day, I'm not telling you you're going to win, but you will learn. And there are, all day long, there's opportunities like this. Look, and you do it again. And you do it again. When it comes back down, maybe you do it again. You're going to lose at some point. At some point, this all goes to zero and it doesn't come back. It's going to happen. So you got to be careful. If you go in early enough and maybe you come in with a little more size there and you win, get that out of there and throw in just a little something to play with after that. But anyway, I'm not trying to encourage people to be reckless. Oh, Beggy minting now. Okay, if you enter that whitelist, go check. Go check, because I think everybody made it. Again, I don't want you guys being reckless. I want you to learn that. That's all I'm suggesting here. That's it. Dude, I don't know what Trojan's fees are. Okay, so I bought 0.01 worth. I got back 0.013. I made like 50 cents, something like that. 20, whatever. Whatever. It's probably what I spent in gas. So maybe if I went in with 0.25 or 0.1 instead of 0.01, it would have been much more noticeable. Anyway, I'm going to keep doing that today, forever. I like it. I fucking like it. It's disgusting behavior, but I like it. All right, let's just spot check crypto real quick, and we'll get out of here. What's going on today? Okay, again, the witches reveal. Beggy right now. I don't know, dude. It feels like it's going to be a slow week. So get out there, keep learning. Afternoon show today. Guys, I can't wait. Missed the afternoon show last week. We didn't have a show Thursday or Friday. We're back today with Joe, Henry the Grape. It's going to be a fun one. I miss the boys. 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That'll be live right here on SlamX Official. You can find it at SlamXIO over on X. Guys, enjoy your morning. Have a great day. We'll see you in a few hours, guys. Peace.